When you first look at JavaScript programming, it may seem a little overwhelming. I want to break it down to the basics for you. So we're going to go through some really common programming elements done in JavaScript a step at a time. I want to show you where we're going to end up on this first assignment. You'll see that I'm in my mary.mccdgm.net CIS 147 folder, and I've put an index page so I will keep track of things as I put them up. The first thing that we're going to do is create this page, and all that happens is we get an alert popping up that says, I am your first JavaScript program. We hit OK, and then the page actually loads. I want you to know how to, in Firefox, view the source of this page. We can go to File. I'm thinking Internet Explorer. On Firefox, it's Tools, Web Developer, Page Source. And I prefer Firefox for debugging. I'm not following along with the book's recommended creators. I really love Aptana Studio. It's very easy. It's got the FTP client in it, and it does error checking for you. This is a basic HTML5 file. We're starting with our doc type, our title. We have a link to our style sheet. I'm not going to go through how to program the style sheet. You can put this in if you want. Everything will work. If you don't, it just won't center align the heading. But the style sheet is simply setting my font family to an Arial Helvetica sans serif and a font size to 1.1 EM, which is just slightly larger than whatever the default font is for the user's browser. H1, my heading 1, I want to center, and it's just a little bit larger, 1.2 EM, than the normal font. And you could create this file. You can name it basic.css if you're following along, and you can link to it the way that I have in my file. And you can always go to my page and actually see the code if you want to. One of the things I like best about Firefox is how easy it is to see everything, that they use the different colors. Plus, whenever you have a link to another source, and when we start working with external JavaScript pages, this will be the same way. If you go to my page source and you want to see one of the other pages, you'll see that they're actually underlined with a link, and it links to it automatically, so it will open it. You can hit backspace on your keyboard to go back to the original document. So I'm going to pull this off to the side here. And let's look at what was left here. The heading, Mary's JavaScript Basics, appeared, but we didn't see it at first. Let's go back and look at the code for a second. In the order, when the program loads, it loads from the top to the bottom. The first thing that's loaded is my title. That's not what's appearing here. That's what's appearing right here. Mary's JavaScript Basics up in the top. So that's the first thing to load. Then we have our link to our style sheet so that when we do load anything, it will be styled the way we want. And then the next thing we do is we put in our script, which is in the head section of the code. And in my script, I have a script type equals text/JavaScript, telling the computer that I'm writing a program in JavaScript. The first lines of my code are showing you how I've done comments. 2 slashed lines is a single line comment. 1 slash then a star is a multi-line comment, and you close it with a star and then a slash. I have 1 line of actual code. Alert. I am your first JavaScript program. An alert pops up the alert box on the screen, and you have to click the button to interact with it to turn it off. Only after you do that will it move into the next part of the JavaScript or of the HTML, which is the body, which just has my heading 1 tag, which because of the style sheet is a sans serif font and it's centered. Let's go through creating this simple program in Aptana Studio. I'll do that in the next video.